everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Coach's Corner, brought to you by the fine folks at Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion. No one out-pizzas the Hut like they do at Bucyrus and Galion. It's wrestling night here on the Coach's Corner. We have the Bucyrus Redmen as well as the Galion Tigers. But let's start off with the home squad, the Bucyrus Redmen, and talk to their head coach, Shane Kokensparger. Coach, how are you today?
I'm doing well. First of all, I want to give condolences out to the Hargis family.
Absolutely.
He's coached for 50-some years at Bucyrus in the manners of football and softball, and we our thoughts and prayers are with his family.
Absolutely for that. And his two athletes he has brought today, junior Grady Weber. How are you doing today? How's practice?
Doing great.
Yeah? Practice go good today?
Yeah.
And sophomore Hayden Butcher, how are you, Hayden?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good? You enjoy some of that pizza earlier?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah? Let's get right into the things. You guys have you've started off your season. You guys went to the Madison Tom Ellis Classic. You finished 8th out of 21 teams. Just what did you like? I know you had some other preseason scrimmages and things like that, but what did you like from your boys in the first invitational?
So we only took eight scores with us. We made the others come and watch, so they understood what it was like to be at a varsity tournament for the first time. I liked our kids were battle tested going into Tom Ellis. We had spent the day with Edison, and we spent with Norwalk St. Paul, as well as Sandusky Perkins and Findlay. So they have a lot of minutes on the mat with other teams. We had a preview at Norwalk, but it was nice to go out there and see the kids wrestle hard.
Yeah.
Grady Weber, knocked off the kid who ended up at third place, and Hayden won the thing, going 5-0. We had two other kids go 5-1, freshman Wyatt McKeever and senior Mauricio Martinez. Every one of the kids we took scored points for us as a team. There was a lot of big teams there, full teams, and with only 8 kids, we were happy to come home with an 8th place finish.
Oh, I bet, and especially it being the first invitation.
It was
a lot of good competition. Grady, like Coach said, you went 2-1, just missed out on the brackets by a tiebreaker. But how was the experience of wrestling some of these guys, and how did you feel you did?
Overall, I felt like I did pretty good. I probably could have done a little bit better against that last guy. I did beat the person who got third, so it was just like a tiebreaker thing that ended up losing.
Does that give you some good momentum moving on? I know this weekend you guys have your home invitational, but you got a good feeling coming out of that invitational?
Yes, I plan to go 126, which is a weight class down from when I wrestled at the other tournament. And we have a little thing tomorrow that we are going to be wrestling at.
He says a little thing. We're wrestling Ontario and Northmore tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you
So.
got two of the squads that usually get some wrestlers down to state, and that should be some good, another good test for you guys. Aiden, before we talk about tomorrow, you won your bracket. You went 5-0. Just how you felt? How did you feel you did? I mean, winning it all, but could you have done? Do you think you could have done some things better?
Yeah.
You think you did some
Most
things worse, or
definitely,
what? How was it?
It got me back into the groove. There's nothing much. I won it. No one scored on me, right? Like,
No.
actually scored on me. No, I think I let one kid up and he scored. That's it. It got me back in the groove.
Yeah, he did beat 3 district qualifiers when he went 5-0, and he didn't give up one offensive point.
That's that's a pretty good way to start off the season, right?
Yeah.
And like Coach just said, you get Northmore, you get Ontario. They have some really good wrestlers as well. So I guess how excited are you to try and build from that momentum of going 5-0 and winning your bracket in the first match to facing some more good competition?
There might be a chance I might wrestle some heavyweight tomorrow. So
Okay.
See how that is.
Do we need to get you some more pizza? Get ready for that. Yeah.
No, I think I'm good right now, around 215, 210.
All right, Coach. What are you expecting out of tomorrow with the two teams?
Well, they're both powerhouses if they're at full strength. So I'm looking just to get some quality matches. Some of my kids are outmatched, but we want to go in and we want to see what they can do. With our young team, we're trying to prepare them for day 3.
Yeah.
That's what we preach. Day 3 of the state tournament. Day 2 of districts, that's the goal for both these guys right here, as well as 4 or 5 other kids on our team that they want to make it. They want to make it down to Columbus, but a couple of them really want to stand on the podium.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're pushing hard. We're trying to grind to the point to where we don't hurt them.
Yeah.
But everybody knows in wrestling a coach can only yell so much, but a person has to move their body.
Gotcha.
And wrestling is a sport with a team score, but it is individually driven. So that's what we try and preach to them.
And you get some good experience for scheduling some of these people as well.
We do. That's why we try and look forward to going to some bigger tournaments this year. We will be going to Gorman.
Yeah. It's one of the biggest you can get in Ohio.
It is, but I do think one of our toughest tournaments we go to is called the Gold Medal Duels in Napoleon.
Okay.
It is 9 dual meets of all different divisions of schools, and it is hard wrestling. 9 matches, 2 days, and it's just a grind. We stay in hotels. We have their food catered to them. But it's a grind, and I believe that tournament right there is going to get them more prepared for the state tournament than a Sally George.
Yeah.
But the Sally teaches them how to work a bracket. But the Napoleon Gold Medal Duels, bar none, are the toughest with all different types of teams from different areas. And it's a grind of 9 matches in 2 days, and our kids enjoy it.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
It's a great team bonding, but I don't foresee us getting out of that tournament anytime soon.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, Hayden, do you look forward to that? I know everybody wants to get to the Northern Tens, your own invitational and things like that, but those overnight trips, those team building trips, that's something you look forward to?
I love them. Like last year, I slept in the same room as our last senior in case, and like that got us really close. Like really close. Like we still talk all the time.
Is it the same for you, Grady? Do you enjoy doing
Yes.
those? Just getting off away from everybody else?
Yeah, those are some of my favorites. It's just like a good team bonding experience.
Also, after tomorrow, you guys have your home invitational coming up on Saturday morning. Just talk a little bit about that. Who you have coming in? And
So we do. We have 16 teams, and we have 4 brand new teams here. We have Oregon Clay coming in.
Okay.
Riverdale will be here. Smithville is coming in. And then the 4th was Lorraine, out of the Cleveland area. It looks like we're going to have about 200 plus wrestlers.
that's great.
We're looking at 16-man pool, four pools, with 4 in each, and then the winner of the pool will come out, and we'll go into a small bracket. We don't want to get the kids more than 5 matches. We don't want to press that 6th match.
Gotcha, yeah.
That's why we kept it to 16 teams, and that's where we stayed. But yeah, I'm excited. All the teams have kind of registered all their kids, so we're able to start taking a pre-look at who is, where we're at in terms of brackets. We do have a young lady coming in to run our brackets this year, so Mr. McKeever doesn't have to stress over it. I don't have to stress over it. We brought somebody in who's going to run the track wrestling for us to make everything go smooth. That's one thing, with Bucyrus that I've been lucky with an athletic director who understands wrestling and has given me the flexibility to do what we need to do to become successful.
That's awesome.
So,
All right, first hard part's over, boys. Let's get to our first game. It's called 10 spins. So up on the screen, you won't see it, but there's a little random number generator between 1 and 10. It'll start going. I'll tell you to say stop. When you say stop, it'll pop up on the number 1 through 10, and I will ask you the question that is next to that number. Coach, I'm going to let you go first, so whenever you're ready, say stop.
stop.
Stop at number 7. Most of these are Christmas as well questions because we're so close to the holidays. But name one thing you would change about Christmas, if anything.
If I would change that, I would make it illegal to be able to set up any lights or Christmas trees before December 1st.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
my wife has me setting stuff up the day after Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving night.
At least get that.
Let's get to
that
December.
week first.
Yeah,
Get to
let's get to
December.
December.
I can see that. I don't like people putting up trees before Thanksgiving, things like that. There's a certain couple people that I work with that do that all the time. But hey, if they enjoy it, but I'm kind of with you.
I
with
believe
that,
my
Coach.
wife had 2 up before Thanksgiving.
Oh well, right. All right. Let's now go to Grady whenever you're ready.
Stop.
It is on number 4. If you could live in any decade, which one would it be?
I think I had this last time.
I think you did actually. Yeah.
I said the 80s
Yeah.
because of all the style and stuff.
Stays with that? It stays with the 80s? Okay. Never thought I would get a repeat offender there in the same year, but we did. 80s is a good year. I'd pick the 90s as my second, but, you know. All right, you're up. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 2. What is your least favorite subject in school?
It would have to probably be physical science.
Physical science, why?
It's just the equations, and I already had to take a math class.
Too much math is just too
Yeah.
much for you. All right. Second time around, Coach, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 10. Number 10. Since we are brought to you by Pizza Hut of Bucyrus and Galion, build me your perfect Pizza Hut pizza.
Oh, I'm going cheese and pineapple. Cheese and pineapple. I lived in Hawaii for a while, so
Hey.
cheese and pineapple.
There we go. How was it out there?
It was very. I was in the '90s. I was in the Marine Corps out there.
Okay.
So it was expensive then, but I can only imagine now. So I like the Hawaiian pizza, but yeah, cheese and pineapple. That's it.
And you got no problem with that. I always ask if pineapple should be on pizza. People say no. I say, maybe not. I like pizza. I like pineapple every once in a while. All right, Grady, your second time around. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 10. We'll go to number 9. What is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject is probably graphic design.
Okay. What type of graphic design do you like creating?
We do a lot with like Photoshop and stuff,
Mhm.
and then we create posters, and that's like something cool that I like to mess around with.
Nice. I like it. All right, Hayden, whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on, it says 10. We'll go to number 1. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle Bell Rock.
All right, you got to sing me a verse from it.
The song I just know the name.
You just said that. Our favorite song. His favorite song. He doesn't know a verse. I'll let you slide this time. Coach, your final one around. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 9. We'll go number 8. What is the most favorite Christmas gift you've ever received?
My wife, she got me a power washer 2 years ago. Like,
Okay.
I mean, those are the tools.
Yeah, they
So,
are.
Yep, power washer 2 years ago.
How soothing is it just to go
Oh,
out there?
yes.
I mean, they made a video game, a power washing simulator video game that sells millions of copies. It's just something with it. It's just seeing that thing clean up. It's
And these guys will one day get older and understand like just the fresh cut lines in the grass as well. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's soothing.
all right. Grady, whenever you're ready, your final time around, say stop.
Stop.
Stop on number 6. Give me your best impression of Coach when he's fired up.
I don't.
It's got to keep it G.
Yeah, just a lot of yelling.
Just a lot of yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, is it? We're good. Hayden, your final time. Whenever you're ready, say stop.
Stop.
6. We'll go to number 5. What is your favorite Christmas movie? Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, I think I do.
Which is it?
Probably the Home Alone movie, Lost in New York.
Lost in New York, the second one?
Yeah.
Can anybody give me a quote from that movie?
So like,
I got one from the first one. You filthy animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, you filthy. No. Kevin! Just,
Yeah.
that's in both of them. Okay, we have one final question, Adam. Number 3 for all 3 of you guys. One Christmas gift that you wanted but never received.
So I just remember back in the day, I was probably 8, 9 years old, and many of you guys don't know there was these mask toys.
Okay.
It was like Transformers back then, and I just wanted all those, and I never got them.
Okay. Hey, maybe, have your wife look up on the retro sites and get them,
Right
collectibles now.
I'm good
Collectibles
now.
now.
I'm good.
Grady, what about you?
Every year it would be a different like animal or something that I would want, and never end up getting one.
Yeah.
What's the most recent animal you wanted?
What was the most recent animal you wanted?
That was a while ago, maybe like I don't know, a dog or something.
Yeah.
Just simple.
Mm-hmm. Hayden, what about you?
probably like some nunchucks.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I'm not allowed to have like any weapons or anything. So
Okay. I mean, baseball bat. If you have a baseball bat,
He does play baseball.
I'm not good at baseball.
All right, that has been 10 spin. A couple more questions. We'll get to our final game, and then we'll get you guys out of here. Hayden, when did you realize that you want to be a wrestler?
So I was probably like in 3rd grade. I played football for the first time, and I wanted to do something in the winter. That's really it. And I wasn't too coordinated to do basketball.
Yeah. You just like throwing people down, wrestling on it. Right?
I wasn't good at it the
No.
first time I tried it. No.
Now you're winning brackets and everything at invitationals. Look at you. Grady, what about you?
Probably around 3rd grade also.
Mhm.
I also wasn't good at basketball, and then I needed a winter sport, and I had a friend who recommended wrestling, and then I've done it ever since.
Mm-hmm. Coach, did you wrestle back in the day?
I did.
When did you realize you wanted to be a wrestler?
So my brother was a pretty solid wrestler back in the day, and then back in the late '80s, early '90s, they didn't have too many of these bitty clubs floating around. So probably 6th, 7th grade, and then I just continued it. So.
Grady, what's the best part of wrestling to you?
The best part is eating after you weigh in.
Yeah. I can understand. What's the worst part?
The worst part is having to cut weight and
Yeah.
like right before the meet,
Mhm.
you have to.
Do some extra stuff to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Butch doesn't know anything about cutting weight this year.
What's the best part of wrestling for you, Hayden?
Just practicing, doing the grind, just getting better.
Yeah. Worst part?
Warm-ups.
Warm-ups.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to enjoy Thanksgiving? You got to get to eat everything, or
Yeah.
was it a little? Yeah.
Yeah, I ate pretty good on Thanksgiving.
What'd you have?
A couple of the Hawaiian rolls.
All those things. You got to have those, right?
Yeah, and a pumpkin roll.
Okay. Hayden, what'd you have for Thanksgiving?
Ham,
Ham.
pumpkin pie,
Mm-hmm.
pie.
Keep everything. You just keep like that lady singing that song they have for Thanksgiving. Beans, potatoes, tomatoes, there, that stuff. Back when you wrestled, did you have to hold off on Thanksgiving, Coach, or was
No,
it?
we didn't have all the alpha testing and hydration testing back in those days. It was you can make weight all the way up until your sectional tournament, and I remember one time dropping all the way down to 119, and not doing anything with it, but. They didn't monitor, body fat, and it's whatever you can get to, you can get to.
Yeah.
So, no, these boys right here, I do. Grady really has to watch what he eats on a daily basis as he's going to 126.
Yeah.
Hayden walks around at about 210. He's wrestling 215 this year. He wants to test his hand at heavyweight.
Yeah.
Just to get the feel of the guys, but we're looking at him at 215 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he just got. Well, he is state ranked. There's a couple of kids above him that we've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, they both have different philosophies on. One can eat whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and the other one has to count his calories. So they're the two opposite ends of the spectrum.
Okay. Final question for you boys before we get to our last game. Like we said, your own invitational coming up on Saturday. Just what are some expectations for you? What do you want to see you do? Other than, winning it all, but what would you like to see you do in your second meet of the year or third meet after tomorrow?
I would like to see a pin. I didn't get a pin last meet,
Mhm.
and I want to get a pin and just more wins and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Hayden?
Just running more technique.
Yeah.
Just seeing things I need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing the competition and all.
Okay. Well, Coach, what are your expectations for this?
I want to see him grind.
Yeah.
For Grady, I want to see him work more on top. He needs to get that first takedown with the new point system. If you're going to give up the 3, then you got to make sure you secure the 4, just to offset. Butch needs to work. He has a great outside shot. He just needs to be confident and take it, and just work on his top game with his breakdowns. Grady's pretty solid on top. He's got to work on the neutral position a little better. So then everyone else, I just want to go out and compete and have fun. Like Mauricio Martinez, I hope he wins it. He's a senior. I want to see the seniors come out on top.
Yeah.
myself and the track wrestling lady kind of looked at a few things today, just to look at brackets and kids and some tough competition. It's not the greatest, but we have some very solid top level kids there, state ranked. I think one of them might even rank second. I didn't look it up, but he's pretty solid at like 138. So,
right. Wish you the best of luck in that and everything else. Now to our final game. It's actually a brand new game we have here on the Coach's Corner. It's called WTF, Weird, True, and False. So what we have is 3 categories of 5 true or false questions that are kind of odd to everybody. Coach, what I'm going to do is you're going to be playing in this as well, but you get to give the categories out to Grady and Hayden. The 3 categories are sports, pop culture, and Christmas. So we'll let Grady go first. Which category would you like him?
I'm going to go sports with Grady.
Okay. Grady, we'll have you sports. We'll let you give Hayden's here in a moment before we get yours last. But you get 5 true or false questions. You just want to get the most points out of that, and as a team, we'll see how many you get and what you go up against everybody else during the rest of the year. First true or false question. The NFL once used a live monkey as a halftime show performer. True or false?
True.
That is correct. In 1927, a live monkey named Jock performed tricks during an NFL halftime show. 1 for 1. Second question. A soccer game once lasted 48 hours straight.
False.
That is correct as well. The longest recorded soccer game lasted 108 hours. Played in the UK in 2016 as a charity event, so it's actually more. Question number 3. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team.
True.
That is true. As a sophomore, Jordan didn't make the varsity team because of his height, but later used that as motivation to become, Michael Jordan. Question 4. The Stanley Cup has been used as a cereal bowl.
True.
I see you nodding over there, Coach.
I wasn't doing it on purpose.
I know. Players have famously eaten cereal, spaghetti, even drank champagne out of the Stanley Cup. It's clean. They put the little babies in there. So they've done a lot of that with the Stanley Cup. That is correct. They've eaten cereal as well. 4 for 4. Final question for you. A professional baseball player once threw a pitch while wearing roller skates.
False.
That is true.
Oh.
In 1974, pitcher Doc Ellis threw a warm-up pitch while roller skating at the stadium. Also did some other weird things and threw a no-hitter.
I tried not to give any.
So that's 4. 4 out of 5. Not bad.
We got to go pop culture. He's our team Snapchatter and Instagrammer.
Okay.
So
You got to be bummed that Instagram and Facebook were down for the most of the day today.
We're not allowed to have.
We don't have
programs
phones in school.
There you go. How about that? Hey.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do pop culture for you. First question for you. Taylor Swift attended every Kansas City Chiefs game this season to support Travis Kelce.
I'm going to say false.
That is correct. While Taylor Swift attended several games, she didn't make it to all of them because of her schedule, which she has completed. So we'll probably see her when they lose to the Steelers in Pittsburgh on Christmas Day. Question number 2. Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour became the highest grossing tour of all time in 2024. True or false?
Can you restate the question?
Okay, Beyonce, the singer Beyonce, her Renaissance World Tour became the highest grossing tour, made the most money of all time when it happened in 2024. True or false?
False.
It is actually true. Taylor Swift did not break it yet. It broke records in between. It became the highest grossing tour ever. Kind of surprising there. Question number 3. Ryan Gosling won an Oscar for his performance as Ken in Barbie.
True.
It's false. While he received rave reviews for his role as Ken, he did not win an Oscar for his performance. He did perform during the Oscars, but he did not win. I know a lot of people are angry still about that. Question 4. The Super Mario Brothers movie sequel was announced for release in 2026 during this year's Comic-Con. True or false?
True.
That is true. Nintendo confirmed the sequel to their hit animated film at Comic-Con this year. Final question. See if you can get 3 out of this. Olivia Rodrigo's song Vampire won Song of the Year at the 2024 Grammys.
False.
It's true.
Jeez. I
2
knew
out
none
of
of
5.
those.
Would you have known those?
I'd
Coach? 'Cause
have known 0.
you guys are 6 to 2, though.
A lot less.
You got You got 6 so far, so Coach, you go 4 or 5. You'll have a good mark to start off.
All right.
You have Christmas. In Japan, people traditionally eat KFC for Christmas dinner. True or
That
false?
is true.
That is true. Thanks
I-
to a
Okinawa,
successful
Japan.
marketing campaign in the 70s, KFC is a popular Christmas meal in Japan.
I was in Okinawa, so.
Okay, yes, you probably do.
I kind of saw where that went.
Question number 2. Santa Claus was originally green before Coca-Cola made him red.
So the costume was green. So it's true.
Adam, AI said it was false, but
Yeah, Coca-Cola, it definitely it was green, but it had already been depicted in red in most of the time. So we're gonna go with we'll give him a half one.
Well, half one?
Yeah, no, I
It was green. He wore the green jumpsuit.
Yep. Okay. Question number 3. The movie Elf was originally going to star Jim Carrey instead of Will Ferrell.
Oh, I would say true.
It is. Jim Carrey was initially considered for the role of Buddy before Will Ferrell was cast. Question 4. The world's largest gingerbread house could fit an entire family inside of it. True or false?
I would say true.
It is. Built in Texas in 2013, it was over 20 feet tall and big enough to hold a family dinner party. And dessert right there for you as well. Final question. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was created as an ad for a department store.
Macy's, I believe.
You're just going to say true or false?
I'm going to say true.
It is, but it was Montgomery.
Oh, I knew it was an M.
1939 is part of the Christmas coloring book promotion. So,
I have useless,
did it
I
good.
have useless knowledge.
Okay.
Like,
10. 10 out of 15. That's a
0.5.
very good start. That's a very good start for Bucyrus. Gentlemen, lastly, as always, we do on the OH Report for our MVPs. We let you do some shout-outs. So, Coach, I'll let you get a shout-out first. You want to look into this camera, give as many people as you want to shout out. Go for it, sir.
So I'll just say hello to my wife. But the shout out goes to the boys.
Absolutely.
They're the ones who do the hard work day in and day out. My wife Andrea definitely helps support these kids, cooking them meals, sending things like that. But the shout out goes to the moms of these wrestlers who make sure that they're on time, make sure their uniforms are clean, provide whatever I need.
Yeah.
We have a moms group where I easily just reach out to them. Grady's mom, Hayden's mom, McKeever's mom. We got all these moms who are willing to bend over backwards for the team. So the shout out goes to the moms of the team, my wife, and the kids, the wrestlers who do the day-to-day grind, not just wrestling, but keeping their grades up.
All right. Grady, any shout-outs to the team that's in the ring right there?
Just mom and dad and the coaches and the team.
All right. Hayden?
I would like to shout out all my 6 a.m. lifters who come up in the morning and grind with me. My wrestling partner, Asher Swerline, and also Grant Dowell.
Okay.
My mom and my stepfather, John Butchko.
All right, there you go. The Bucyrus wrestlers. Gentlemen, best of luck the rest of the way, and good luck in your home invitational on Saturday.
Yeah, we thank you for having us here.
All right, we'll
Appreciate
take a break, and
Go
when we
Red.
come back, we'll have the Galion Tigers wrestling squad right here on the Coach's Corner.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut of Galion and Bucyrus. No one out Pizza Hut like they do at Galion and Bucyrus' Pizza Hut, so get yours tonight. We are joined by a team from Galion, the Galion Tigers wrestlers. And let me introduce you first, head coach Brent Tyrell. Coach, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Before we get to the boys, when did you get your start at Galion? Did you wrestle in school? Where did you go to school? Things like that. Introduce yourselves, everybody.
I graduated from Galion in 1999. Wrestled 4 years there. Went on, wrestled at Heidelberg for a couple of years, and then came back and started coaching right away. So this would be my 24th year coaching wrestling, and this is my 16th year as head coach. So
All right.
I mean, I've been there quite a while.
Yeah.
Born and raised there. Left for a couple of years, go to college, and then came back. So
That's awesome. Now, introducing Grady Harding, a junior. Grady, what's your favorite color?
I'll go Navy.
You go Navy? For Galion? Is that you just grew up liking Galion, just
Yep.
Navy?
Always have.
All right. And sophomore Carter Trukovich. Carter, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is either sushi or wings.
Ooh, I can't do sushi. I don't know why. Wings, I can do a lot of.
Yeah.
Sushi, Coach, can you do sushi?
I love sushi. I like sushi.
I just can't get
I don't
into
like
it.
raw sushi, but I like the cooked.
I like
I can do
fish,
I can do
sushi.
shrimp. I can do hibachi, things like that. But just the sushi, the
You
sushi
can do it.
rolls.
You can do it. The rolls. I mean,
My
the cooked
girlfriend's trying
rolls
to
are
get me
good.
into it too. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
It took me a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably in my mid-30s before I tried it.
Okay, well I'm right there
Yeah.
too. So maybe, is it good enough?
Yeah.
It was-
Is there a specific sauce I need to,
Well, you got to put
Soy
lots of that
sauce.
wasabi sauce on it.
not yum
Whole
yum?
spicy mayo.
Whole
Spicy now, okay.
whole spoonful of wasabi would be good for you. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's get into things, Coach. You guys haven't had an official regular season meet or match yet, but you have had some preseason meets. Just what have you seen your guys from those practices so far?
I mean, we've had a couple good scrimmages. Our kids are real scrappy. They like to get after it. I mean, we really don't have to go anywhere to get great matches, so it's fun just watching our guys scrap in our own room, and they're real physical. They're real tough. I mean, it's been a good season so far, and we haven't even got a real match in yet. So I mean, I'm excited to see what they do this weekend. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Grady, how have you felt the preseason has gone for you?
Great. I'm really excited for season. Ready to put all the off-season stuff into work and go after it this year.
Is it one of those things where you're just getting sick and tired, just practice and practice? You just want to get out there and go at it?
For sure, but I mean, practice makes perfect, I guess. But
Absolutely.
for sure, ready to get in and compete.
Yeah. Carter, what was the best thing that you learned or worked on during this preseason that you want to get? You're excited to get out and show on the mat.
A lot of mindset stuff. So last year I was focused on maintaining my weight and everything. This year I decided to move up, so I'm just focusing on getting better instead of focusing on my weight and everything.
Coach, out of your boys that that are still the non-seniors that graduated, but everybody else that came back from the end of last year, have you seen some positive movement throughout the summer, the fall?
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
do you think they can do? They can move mountains?
We have some really good kids. I mean, Grady's a returning state runner-up. Carter's a returning fifth placer. So, I mean, it's fun. They love wrestling. They want to be in the wrestling room every day. They go all over the state to practice. They do a lot of stuff that not very many people are willing to do. So, and then they pull a lot of guys along with them. So when we have open mats, they get lots of guys to come in too, and then they take them to other places. And I mean, it's great. We have a really good family-like group for the most part, and they seem to like each other most of the time. I mean, obviously you're going to have some fights in the wrestling room, but
you get that in the family.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, once you leave the room, it's over. I mean, it's wrestling and then your buddies afterwards. So for the most part,
Grady, what's the best part of this group so far you've seen this year?
Just the bonds we've made. I mean, last year was a little rough. Season went on, people started making some bad decisions, but this year everybody's locked in and just wanting to get better and grow together, and it's like a family this year. So we're really excited to compete together.
Carter, from your freshman year, first year in high school, last year to now, what positive things have you seen from the end of last year now to this year as a group?
Just going off of what Grady said. So last year our mindsets weren't in it all the way. As the season got longer, we had guys, their mindset was just falling off. This year I feel like everyone's a lot tougher and
Yeah.
We're a lot tighter as a family, so we aren't willing to let each other down.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready for the first game?
Yep.
This is kind of a new one as well. I made some adjustments today. I was thinking about this. It's on the same page. It's not like the newlywed game that we've had in the past. What I'm going to do is you guys get to learn a little bit more about Coach. I'm going to ask Coach 5 questions, but they're multiple choice, and he gets to pick the best one out of the 3 that he likes, and you guys have to match him to get points. So it's a little bit easier, and it's a way to get to know Coach a little bit more. So, like his favorite restaurant. So fans out there want to give him gift cards for Christmas. You know what his favorite restaurant is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Things like that.
So he's giving us the options.
So I will give you guys the options. He gets to pick out of the 3. There are 3 options for each category. I'll let him pick his best out of it, and you guys have to try and match that answer. There's 5 questions. Then you don't have. Yeah, if you want to go that way, you can. But our first one, Coach, out of these 3 restaurants, the best fast food out of Wendy's, Arby's, or Taco Bell?
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Put them in front of your face so you can see it all. Down, your face.
Oh! Taco Bell, but Coach says Wendy's.
Oh, by far, Wendy's is the best. Actually, I think it has real food there.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Hey, so I grew up with spicy chicken sandwich with some cheese on it, man. I love that stuff. Nuggets, too. The nuggets
Oh,
are...
yeah. They have good nuggets. Good baconators.
Oh, yeah. That's everything. Just so good. All right, second question for Coach. Your favorite music genre out of these 3? Classic rock, country, or rap?
That's a tough one.
All right, boys, turn yours over. Got rock, rap, 90s rap. Okay,
That's all
which
your
songs,
playlist
Coach?
is, Steve. Come on.
Well, they make fun of my rap, so it's unfortunate because '90s rap has some good stories to
Yes,
it.
they
So
did.
it's not like the mumble stuff to him.
No,
these
it's
days,
not.
so.
Now, out of those 3, is rap
Country's
your favorite?
Country's my next, but
Country's
yeah, rap
the
is
next
my
one, but
favorite.
rap was your... Okay.
I do like listening. I like it all. I listen to everything.
Yeah. But if you had a favorite, there you go. So anybody got some old...
In my classroom, you might even hear Christmas music going on or Halloween music. It just depends on what the time of year is.
So if anybody has some old Biggie or Tupac or
Oh, man.
CDs, just
Yeah.
get them on over to the Coach.
That's right.
He'll make use of them in the wrestling room. You guys will actually be learned on some good music too.
I play it. They complain about it though.
Yeah. All right. Question number 3. Out of these 3 places, what would be the best vacation spot? The beach, the lake, or the mountains?
Lake or beach, but
He said lake first though, so it's 0 for 3.
We're struggling.
Lake. What,
My-
Erie or like a smaller lake around?
we like Lake Michigan, Lake Erie.
Yeah.
But my kids, I go on a lot of beach vacations because I have 2 daughters and a wife that likes the beach.
Gotcha.
I'd rather go to the lake myself, but I do go to the beach quite often.
Fishing?
And-
You like fishing or just hanging
Not
out?
really, just hanging out.
Yeah?
Just hanging out. Maybe go out on a boat, but I'm not much into fishing.
Okay.
So.
All right. Boys, learning some new stuff about your coach. 0 for 3 so far. All right, question number 4. The better sporting event for you to attend, either baseball, basketball, or football? And I'll let you guys hold on for a second until he's done writing as well. All right, boys, turn yours over.
It's not even close.
It's football. There we go. You're on the board. Who's your favorite team?
I know.
Browns and Ohio State, so yeah.
Browns and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Sorry for your
That's all right.
on Sunday to the Steelers, but go blue.
Oh man.
Cheaters. I'm kidding. Hey, thoughts on the Tennessee game coming up here?
Well, if we get the ball to the stars, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Get the ball to the receivers.
Mm-hmm. If Howard can actually keep the ball in his hands and not
Yeah.
pick it up, throw
You
picks.
seemed to struggle last week after he got hit in the head. I don't know what happened, so we'll see. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a good result.
Yeah. All right, last question for you. Boys, you both are tied at 1. The better holiday, either the 4th of July, Halloween, or Christmas? Boys? The 4th of July. Carter wins it. My answer, Grady, would have been Christmas, but the 4th of July. Does that have to do with your number 3 answer as well? Going up to the lake?
Go to the lake, yeah,
Yeah.
Sure. And I like to be outside.
I
I like to be outside. I mean, wintertime is good because it's wrestling season, but we're inside all the time for winter, so I like to be outside.
Play some cornhole.
Yep.
Light some fireworks off legally.
Yeah.
Legally, folks.
Yeah,
Drink some
I'm
nice
not into
water.
lighting them. I'll let someone else light them off. I'll watch them.
Yeah. Drink some nice lemonade or water up there
Yeah,
on the
something
lake.
like
Things like
that,
that. Yeah, absolutely.
You're
All right,
right.
that was the new edition of On the Same Page. We'll be playing that the rest of the year as we go on, but thank you, gentlemen. Carter, you win. Bragging rights. We don't have anything for you, but hey, you can say you won on the same page on the Coach's Corner.
That's right.
All right, back to some more questions, and I was asking these the Bucyrus wrestlers as well, and I know since you've wrestled too, Coach, when did you realize you wanted to wrestle?
I started wrestling when I was 5, and been doing it ever since. So, I mean, I can't say I went a couple years without even winning a match. I'm pretty sure it was unfortunate because my brother won all his matches and I lost all mine. But eventually I got better and stuck with it. And I mean, I've been doing it for almost 40 years. So, yeah.
There you go. You found something you love and you're sticking with it even in the dark times.
Yeah.
That's how you succeed, folks. Grady, when did you realize?
I've wrestled ever since I can remember, but when I really realized that I wanted to fully commit to it was around 4th grade. I played other sports and stuff, but around 4th grade is when I just focused on strictly wrestling. So,
Carter?
I started wrestling when I was probably about 4 years old, and I grew up around it, so I knew that's what I wanted to do. I played baseball for a little bit, but I knew that wasn't my sport, and I saw success early, so I think that kept me driving to keep wanting to get better.
And we'll stick with you. What's the best part of wrestling, in your opinion?
Winning. Nothing better than winning.
What about the worst part?
I hate cutting weight.
You hate cutting weight? Yeah. We'll ask that question here in a minute because I actually am curious on how the process of doing that, especially when you're down to the last couple of days. But for you, Grady, what's your best part?
Just the family and friends you make over the years. It's by far my favorite part.
Yeah. Worst?
Strip matters. Conditioning.
Yeah. Coach, what about you? I'm gonna actually split this up to two. When you wrestled, what was the best part of wrestling and worst? That's the first question.
When I wrestled, best part of wrestling, I would just go with what Carter said. Winning is probably the best part, in my opinion. And I mean, I don't like to focus too much on winning because the process of getting better, you have to lose sometimes. So, but that's my perspective now. Anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
But the worst part of it, I mean, it was probably conditioning. Was not a fan.
Yeah. Now, as a coach, what's the best and worst part?
The best part is seeing growth over time. A lot of kids come in very immature as young kids, and then they mature and become young men, and that's the cool part about it. And then have lifelong friends after the fact, which is cool.
Yeah,
that's probably my favorite part about it, the relationship part of it.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we were asking this question too because the season started a little bit later. But did you actually get, when you wrestled, a chance to eat Thanksgiving dinner and things like that?
Absolutely. So I wrestled 215 a couple of years. I wrestled heavyweight a couple of years. So yeah, I mean, pretty much ate whatever I wanted to.
Same for you boys. Did you get to enjoy your Thanksgiving
This year, yeah.
this year? But in past, you haven't, huh?
Yeah, it's been a rough day in the past.
I bet.
Yeah.
Not even pumpkin pie or anything like that, huh?
Nope.
So since you got to enjoy it, Carter, what was the best? What did you eat? What did you, or what didn't you eat? I should say, but
I ate a little bit of everything, anything I could get my hands on, really.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if this is new to you, like, what's your favorite side dish for Thanksgiving?
I'm a dessert guy. I like pie.
Okay. What about for you, Grady?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, it's my go-to.
Have you always been able to enjoy Thanksgiving, or is this a new thing for you as well?
Somewhat for the most part. We had our weight search the day before this year, so that was really nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
good.
we got to.
We plan that. It's been that way every year.
Yeah.
We plan it. Day before we had a day off school, we have early morning weight certification, and then they eat the next day.
That's perfect. Okay, now I will ask this question. Sometimes you're a little bit over that mark right before meet or anything like this. What's the process of cutting weight and trying to make weight?
So your water intake is really important leading up to it, but in what you eat, you want to eat really light. Like, you want to get all your protein and everything in, but eat really light. And then when you're in there, in the wrestling room, and when you're out of the wrestling room, you got to work really hard. just get whatever extra weight you can off, and the last push isn't going to be easy.
Yeah. Grady, what I guess what's the best way for you to kind of cut weight at the last second? Is it just running with as many layers of clothes on, or just,
I refuse to wait till the last second.
Yeah.
I don't. I
Grady's
get
been
mine
really
down early, so I don't have to wait till the last second.
Grady's usually under the day before, which is nice. Carter was not like that. So
I just remember when I was in high school, the wrestling team, they'd have the I don't know what it was, the latex like
Sauna
suits, the
suits.
sauna suits, and they'd be running the halls for a good hour and a half just to get
it's
weight
illegal.
down there.
It's
Yeah,
illegal. to
It's
do
illegal now.
that. Not supposed to be doing that.
That was back
Yeah.
in 2000, folks. So it's
Yeah. It was illegal back then too, but people still did it.
yeah, people still did it. Well, sorry, WVSSAC, if anybody's listening down in West Virginia, that's what happened. Yeah, well, funny thing is, it's already closed down, so I guess you can't get us now. Sorry about it. So you guys, I know you're saying you were going to have a JV meet against Northmore because the Golden Knights went to the state Final Four. That got canceled. So now your first official meet for everybody is your home meet.
Yep.
Just what are seeing your boys wrestle, especially I know your practice meets were against some MOAC opponents, but what are some expectations out of your boys at home to start the season?
So we start off our year with Cooper McCabe Memorial,
Mm-hmm.
it's named after one of our wrestlers
Yep.
that passed away a couple of years ago. So
Mhm.
it's pretty special to us. But no, I mean, it's been a tough tournament throughout the years, and Ontario's not back this year. It's the first time they haven't been in, but we brought in a couple more teams like Indian Lake and Elyria Catholic and Olentangy Orange. We brought in some bigger schools, some smaller schools. I mean, there's a lot of ranked kids in each weight class, so it should be a good time. I mean, I think we have a really good shot of being the top 1-2 team. So we'll see what happens, and I'm just excited to see our guys wrestle a real match because they've been grinding really hard and they look really good in practice. So so that usually translates to matches once we get going.
How'd you do in last year's match, Grady?
At our home tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won that one.
You won it.
Yeah.
So that's probably got to be the expectations to
Yes.
repeat this year.
Absolutely.
Since, to get a good start off to hopefully, to the finish as a state champion or
For sure.
at least on the podium, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Carter, what are your expectations coming into match number 1 of the year?
Every tournament I go into, I look to win.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Also, MOAC, is that meet still at Galion?
No, it got moved to Clear Fork
Okay.
because we're doing sectionals at Galion this year. So
Gotcha.
we didn't really want to go back-to-back tournaments, and it's a pain in the butt.
What's the MOAC going to look like this year? You guys feel like you're one of the favorites to go out of there as the winners, or what?
I mean,
what do we see?
we're right there. It's us, Clear Fork, Ontario, Pleasant, Highland has a good squad. I mean, River Valley will have some guys. Shelby's coming up. Marion has a couple guys. So I mean, it's a tough. I think we have a really tough league, and I mean, whoever's wrestling the best that weekend usually is the one that wins it. So.
Okay. And you just mentioned it, Grady, but you guys are having sectionals at home. Do you feel like you guys get a home field, a home gym advantage in something like that? When I don't know if the mats are different or anything like that, but you're at least at a familiar place when you're wrestling.
We haven't had sectionals at home yet. Yeah. I mean, we usually go to Clyde, so it'd be better than going to Clyde.
Yeah, I think so. I just don't like driving all the way down there for a couple matches and driving back. I would rather be home so that way we can prepare like the night before and get good sleep and stuff so we don't have to get up early.
Same thoughts for you, Carter?
Yeah, I like to be aware of my surroundings and my situation, so being somewhere I'm comfortable is definitely beneficial.
All right, well, best of luck in your home opener and your season opener, but let's get to our final game. It's called Boomers versus Zoomers. So I'm going to ask you guys questions from a year of my choosing as well. Since it's Christmas time, we're going to have some Christmas questions in there. But from the year 2016, I'm going to ask you 10 questions. Bucyrus, well, it was Bucyrus. No, it was Buckeye Central. Buckeye Central last week got 10 out of 10 because that kid was just, they brought a pop culture genius from 2015 apparently, but they went 10 for 10. So
2016, huh?
What's going to happen is I'm going to ask you these 10 questions. You're going to get 3 lifelines, like the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You get to ask John in our peanut gallery. That's one lifeline. Ask Coach as a lifeline, or ask me. You get to do that once, and if that helps. But you get 10 questions. We'll see how you guys do, and maybe you go 10 for 10 and tie Buckeye Central, who started off the year with a just crazy number. But let's get into it. Our first question, it's a Christmas question. Who starred as Santa in the Santa Claus movies?
John, you look confident.
Hope so.
It is Tim Allen. They asked
Yep,
the
Tim
Peanut
Allen.
Gallery. They used their first lifeline off the first question, but they got it right. It was Tim Allen.
You guys didn't know that?
That's a great Christmas
You guys not
movie.
watch that movie?
No.
You guys
I
watch
just don't
many-
Not a movie
look
guy.
for actors.
That's a great one.
I've seen
Very
it.
good one. Okay, question number 2. This team defeated the Cleveland Indians in 7 games for the 2016 World Series. Who was the team?
The Cubs.
That is right, the Chicago Cubs. In extra innings because of a phantom rain delay. Don't get me started about that, folks. Question 3. This app was popular in 2016 that allowed you to walk the streets in order to find and catch the likes of Pikachu, Charizard, Squirtle, and more. What was it?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
We used to play that when we would drive to wrestling things. They'd be playing Pokemon Go.
I went out and I actually got kicked out of some places because most of the big battle areas were like church parking lots and things like that. The people come, you're not allowed in here anymore. So it's I don't
We
know.
would actually fight them though. That was.
All right, you guys 3 for 3 so far. Only one lifeline used. Question number 4. Who played Buddy the Elf in the movie Elf?
Oh man.
Come on.
Will Ferrell.
There you go, Will Ferrell. 4 for 4. Nice job.
Is that from
boys.
2016?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no, that's Christmas question.
Oh, okay.
I added Christmas
Gotcha,
questions
gotcha.
in here now. That was a little bit earlier. But yeah, great movie. Just watched it a couple nights ago. This one might need help from Coach. I don't know, unless you might get it. But this pop icon with hits like Purple Rain, 1999, and Let's Go Crazy passed away in 2016.
Prince.
Darn
Yes.
right. Well done, my man.
Formerly known as Prince.
The artist formerly known as Prince. Can you sing any lyrics of Purple Rain? I'll give you a bonus point.
Purple rain, purple rain.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
That's pretty
yes.
good.
You get a
Pretty
bonus
good.
point. If you go off, if you finish, if you get the last 5 right, you'll get 11. You'll be in the lead. That is wonderful.
That
Well
was
done,
good.
Carter.
That was
well
good.
done. Bravo. Brings a tear to my eye. Question 6. This team defeated the Carolina Panthers 24-10 to win the Super Bowl 50.
That was when Cam Newton was at quarterback, correct?
For the Panthers, yes, sir.
Broncos.
You're right.
That was,
You know who the quarterback was of the Broncos?
That would be.
Manning.
That was Peyton
Yep.
Manning.
Manning.
Well done.
I'm gonna go from I don't know to just.
Hey, sometimes it just pops in there, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking Broncos too. I wasn't for sure though.
I remember
You're-
watching that on a school night.
Yeah. You're 6 for 6, but you got the extra points. So you have 7 points so far. And that also means if you get one wrong, you can still tie
Yep.
Buckeye Central. Question 7. What made Frosty the Snowman come to life?
The Magic Hat.
The
Magic top hat.
yes.
You are darn right.
On a roll.
There you go.
All right. 8.
Shut up. my
Question
mom.
8. What deficit did LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers battle back from to defeat the Golden State
They
Warriors
were
in the NBA
down
Finals?
By 3.
What was the series, the total full series
Oh,
thing?
I-
How many games to how many games?
Beef.
They were down 4-1.
They were down 3-1.
3-1. Oh, they only played best of 7. I was wrong. 3-1. Ah, I knew that.
Sold.
Oh, but you can.
But I'm not a
tie.
basketball.
Okay,
I'm not
we
a
got it.
basketball person
Me
though.
neither. We
We
can still
know- we
tie.
know
I knew they were.
Sean.
I
We
knew
said
it was
another
3-1.
3-1. Yes. I knew they only need to win one
Don't
They're
game.
ask
down
anything
4-1.
about
They would not have
basketball.
They would not
won
have
the
won.
finals.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right.
All right, question number 9. You guys can still get the next 2 and finish tied with Buckeye Central. This Canadian pop artist finished 2016 with the top 2 songs of the year, Sorry and Love Yourself. Canadian pop star.
We get one more lifeline.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Let me think of something that you guys would know. His initials are JB.
You got anything?
He has the same first name as a guy named something Timberlake.
Justin.
Bieber.
There you go. I'll give you it.
I don't know how we know that. I didn't
I
know he
didn't
was
know he was
Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah, I didn't know he was Canadian.
He was
either. That
Canadian.
threw me off.
Man.
Last
We had 9 last
question.
Yeah.
This
We're
is the
good.
tie Buckeye
Central.
Central.
We should have.
We're
We
good.
should
We're
have
locked in.
got that.
Who sings the song "All I Want for Christmas Is You"?
Mariah Carey.
You are
Adam
correct.
Boyd.
Dang. I'll let you guys
Galion
down.
Tigers have tied Buckeye Central with 10 correct. Congratulations. Before we let you guys go, as always, shout out time, Coach. You can look into the camera because as many people as you want to shout out, go for it.
I'd just like to shout out to all my coaches. I think we probably have one of the best coaching staffs in the state. So, my brother Matt Tyrell, Eric Trukovich, Noah Blankenship, Coach Wegeson. We have Dustin Haar. Is that all our coaches? I'm gonna say. Oh, Rich Almer. What am I thinking? Rich Almer used to be a Redmond coach for a while. Was one of my wrestlers as well. I also shout out to my wife and my kids. Thanks for letting me do what I do, and I really appreciate it. Have a great time doing it.
All right. Grady, you can look into that right camera. Go for it, my man.
Yeah, shout out our team this year. They're great guys. Love them all. Shout out my dad, my sisters, and my mom for that Frosty the Snowman question. So.
There you go. Carter, into the left camera.
Shout out my parents. It's a grind getting to Galion every day. I live 45 minutes, so shout out them for that sacrifice, and my dad for helping me every step of the way, pushing me to reach my greatest potential. I want to shout out all my other coaches, my teammates, Grady for grinding every single day with me.
All right. There you have it, Galion. Thank you very much, boys, and best of luck at your home meet to start things off and the rest of the season. That'll wrap it up for this episode of the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Pizza Hut, Bucyrus, and Galion. Next week, we'll have one more episode, and then we'll take a couple weeks off for Christmas. So our final episode before the holidays will be next week, so tune in then. But for now, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Bucyrus.